All right, guys, what is going on? We are back here for round four. I'm pretty sure I am 2-1 because I had a buy around. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Had a buy around 2-1. So this is the final round of it. I do have one more game after this. You guys will see another video coming up, which is where I'll play against more of a meta deck, which is Domain, which is a definitely interesting games. Very just like normal with Domain, very swingy, but I mean it's a control game, so it's very grindy. But this gentleman is playing a very interesting deck. So if you know anything about craft, there is specifically one card in the deck that the entire deck's built around. I forget what it's called. It's a 2 mana artifact. It says mill two, and then when you craft it with a dinosaur, it's a dinosaur, merfolk, vampire, and then like something else. I think pirate. So if it does that, it becomes like a 7/7 haste, indestructible, hexproof, something something, and then like it brings something back that it crafted with. I think from it, or like tapped and attacking. I'm pretty sure. So it gets pretty sweet. But the downside to this is that the deck is long. If you're not playing somewhat of a control deck, the deck does exactly what it does. Like I've seen it do it, but I just have so much interaction for him, and I have plenty of permanent removal. So it's really hard for him to get this interaction even like going, just because I have all the interaction. So we do the role here. So interesting card. I've never seen this before. This is the standard. It's 2 mana. Go get any artifact, and I think it's any artifact, and put it into your hand, and then you randomly discard a card from your hand, and if it's a artifact, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. So it's a gamble with a an upside, which is kind of cool. So, and we just start off. He's got another tutor effect, and to me, like if you're to note, this is my understanding when it comes to like tutor effects. It depends on if they're like have counter magic or not, but since he doesn't have counter magic, normally you let them go because it's more mana commitment. You let them go and um whatchamacallit, go get the card. um you let them go get the card first, and then you counter the card. So we completely randomized it and still hit his card. I did take 2 life there, so because it does do 2 damage to me. And then he hits the discard one, draw two. I forget what it's called. This card, the main reason it's in here, it's a changeling. It's just I think it's a 1 mana 2/1 changeling, and then it fixes your mana for 1 mana. I'm pretty sure. Ugh. And then we play land for turn. I'm gonna destroy an enchantment, kill the creature, and then pass. He's got a lot of lands going on, not much interaction. So we draw, mill three, got the Bloom Vine Regent. I think our goal is to. It looks like I got Ugin in the hand, so just trying to get to Ugin. 2, 3, 4. Then we hit the Bloom Vine Regent, which I'm just gonna cast. And this is the plus side, like in the control matchups. Like, is this something that they're gonna be worried about? Countering is your cultivate, so which is pretty cool. And then like Ugin's like a pretty big bomb. So Raging Connosaurus, like this was actually pretty cool. That when he did this, and I was like, man, if he had one more mana, that'd been scary. He could have hit me for a lot here. So so this goes to three. I get to discard this to get a creature or a land. I think we had a lot of land, so I just discarded a land to go get that. But this is where we get to Ugin. I cast Ugin, exiling the Carnosaurus. That's where I think like it's just hard for him to come back, just based on like the contents of his deck. Like I don't think he has much answers to this because it's primarily like kind of a combo deck. It has some other synergies to it, but all the creatures are all like changelings, and they all account for different creature types. So like even the man land right here, when he activates it, it counts as a creature type. So he tacks Eugene down to 3/6. So to 3. So draw a card. So it gets a counter. So what you didn't know is I zeroed Ugin to get 3 mana, and we were just clarifying because it gets a counter. So the 3 mana plus the 2 black plus 2 more have been 5. So which kills his entire board. I just wanted to get the card draw off of it. That's the other plus side. If you ramp into Ugin after this, then like it makes it 10 times easier for you to like actually cast a dragon and leave up protection or removal spells to do it for to deal with whatever. Downside to him is that my sideboard is like very well positioned against him, because it uses the graveyard and the cards in play, and I really don't need Caustic Exhale because I have the board wipe unless he gets crazy. But currently, oh, sorry for the yawning. Currently, I have three Haywire Mites and 3 Ghost Vacuums in the sideboard, and then we have Ugin as well, which is like amazing synergy because if you didn't know, Ugin, whenever you cast a colorless spell, you get to exile another colorless or colored or a permanent with 1 or more colors. So it doesn't hit colorless. And it does say permanent. So I don't know if there's a way you can give lands colors. That's possible. I don't know if it's even possible. So someone, if you get to this part and you can tell me, that'd be cool to know. Because I would like to give someone's lands a bunch of colors, so then I can blow them up with Eugene. That would be the coolest. So, and he is forever going down as Eugene for me. I know Ugin's a cool name, but I love saying Eugene. Sounds just like your old grandpa that you go and hang out with. Or it's like a spoiled rich kid. Eugene. I don't know. Could be a couple of things. Or probably the smart nerdy kid in school. That sounds right to me. So the gamble. Gamble's pretty cool. He was trying to say there was like no other like tutor effects in red. So he was trying to be in on red. Has the most stuff, but it's the one spell that he wants, so I lose 2 life here. I'm just gonna keep it at it what it is. So Cathartic Reunion? I think that's the name of it. So I just didn't want him drawing cards, so I just negated it just to be efficient with my mana. I think just like stabilizing him. And I didn't think I had a land here. I'm pretty sure. So needed the needed black mana for something. Do you have a Balemerc in hand or a board wipe? I don't know. Something in the matter. Plays land. Looks like he's got another tutor. And then just passes. We draw and Balemerc. Then I just get Eugene. I mean, he's just probably one of the best cards that I could play against him. So 4 mana, he makes a dude. That land's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's good in any other format. It's standard, but definitely there. This was a card that he was like very disappointed in. So it's Duretti, which power is equal to how many artifacts you have into play, and then it trash. I think it's like trash for treasure. Like you can sack Goblin Engineer. Maybe it's Goblin Engineer, where you can sack an artifact to bring an artifact from the graveyard into play. And he didn't have, but he was like, well, I kind of need a big butt out, something to try to take this, but bring this out, destroy target thing, and then we just play Ghost Vacuum. And I mean, eventually we're gonna just try to take control. He's limited on what kind of interaction he has for red, so making sure I didn't have any creatures, which is good. So I believe we were at 12. We took 2 off the tutor effect and then 6 from the 2 attacks. So sorry, it's getting kind of late. I'm getting pretty tired. Um, I forget what this was. I think something about changing the target of a spell. Oh, I went to go activate the Ghost Vacuum and he changed the target of it. So, and then I just board wipe, draw a card, and then pass. And I think the goal is eventually just get Belmerk out and just win the game. So this card is, I forget what it does. Yeah, and then we just use the Ghost Vacuum just to hit his changelings. So very unique deck though, but I'm pretty sure I just have control of it, and I just want to make sure. So we just draw the Haywire Might, cast Ugin, exile this. I discarded my extra land to get a Haywire Might back. +2 to gain a life. That card happened. +2, gain 3, and draw a card. And then another Duretti that doesn't do anything. And like this time I'll hit your thing. And now we've just kind of like, yeah, we just kind of have control of the game. So get the cast Ghost Vacuum, exile that. And then this is why I just make sure he doesn't cast anything else or get any like graveyard shenanigans going. Try to figure out what I cast here. I mean, I feel like it's got to be a creature. 6. I think it's the big dragon. And then this card's really sweet. This card has the synergy. So like if you have um, the awaken deads out, or awaken the honor of the dead enchantment, you can cast them, and then they go to 2 and mill, and then before they die, like if there's a turn where you can cast Meringue out, it bounces up to 2 permanents back to their owner's hands, and you can bounce your awakens back to your hand. So that's a pretty cool turn to be able to like play. I've done a turn where I've played one, blew up a thing, played another one, blew up another permanent, and then cast Meringue to bounce them both back to my hand. That was a kind of a cool interaction. So I think you're gonna see that in the next matchup. I do some more bouncing synergies going on, which is kind of cool. So, but yeah. So that was you know, good gentleman. I love playing Magic with. He built this deck that he saw. It's a mono red craft deck. Didn't really get to do much of its thing because I was able to just control it out. But it's definitely a fun looking deck and definitely interesting. If you're looking for a fun deck that's not too expensive to play, this is definitely one of them. It's pretty cool. And we were talking about Duretti probably needs to come out and some other changes that could happen. Maybe Splash Blue for like Spell Pierce so he has some interaction or protection, and maybe some more like dig spells and everything. You know, he could do like the draw and discard spells, like the draw 3, discard 1, or discard 2, etc. So But yeah, guys, that was the last round, but we got one more game after this to end everything up. So I'm gonna get out of here and I'll see you for the next video. Peace.